Welcome back to the JoJo's Bizarre Podcast, episode 2. We just read through chapters 12 through 21, I believe. Would everyone like to introduce themselves?
My name is Jack.
My name is Gavin.
My name's Tobias.
My name's Connor. Welcome, Gavin. You're new from last week. We only had me, Tobias, and Jack, so welcome on.
Yeah, I'm glad I could make it. You know, I already kind of read those last chapters, but I'm glad I could do it with the group. It was a lot more fun.
Now we got the D1 Mountain Tim Glazer.
You know it, Mountain Tim. Oh, I can't. I just once
Those
I get started about Mountain Tim, I just can't stop. It's just
the aura behind every single panel he was in was off the charts. Like, can anybody stop this man's aura?
Yeah, I don't think so. And when his I think his stand ability is the coolest one I've seen so far. By the way.
Do you guys want to know what the name of? Because I know Poco Loco stand was shown, and now Mountain Tim stand was shown. Do you guys want to know what they're called?
That would be
it'd be pretty high.
They say it, but I don't know. It won't be said until a while now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So okay, Mountain Tim's stand is Oh Lonesome Me.
Okay.
And Poco Loco stand is the same name as his horse. Hey ya.
Hey ya.
Hey,
Hey ya, Outcast. Hey ya.
Yes.
Oh, Lonesome Me.
Well, should we
That's
start
interesting
from
name.
the start of what we read? We kind of obviously Gyro just won first place, but
And then
psych.
he got screwed over.
That's so bogus. Have I ever seen that? Just because you throw your steel balls around, all of a sudden you go from 1st to 20th?
I think it's
outrageous.
because he's a foreigner.
Oh, yeah. They really brought that up a lot. I did not appreciate that.
They figured that out, and they were looking for any excuse to send him back.
That has no place in our podcast. I'll just say that.
Steven was low-key kind of like, we left off on those allegations of like, let me marry your premature daughter, like, please. And then like to push off the blame, he's kind of pulling off an awesome political move. He's like, it's those dang foreigners. What's he doing in the race?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of think so.
Yeah, he's a guy that really likes to talk about stuff. Because when he saw those 3 guys that died during his race, he was just like, "Yep, the race will go on."
Yeah. Do you think he's kind of a moral character, or do you think he kind of sucks?
I think he's kind of gray. He cares about his race. Yeah, we'll say that.
And minors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, maybe he's not a moral character. Maybe he's like a dark shade of gray.
I don't know. I think all the characters in JoJo's here, I'm going to get pretentious here, but they're all very morally complex, you know? They're not, a lot of them aren't either, like, good or bad, necessarily. Especially, like, you know, Steven Steele. He just wants to be famous and have his little race and, you know, marry a 15-year-old, too.
He doesn't want to marry the 15-year-old. He wants to wait until she's of age and then marry her.
Well,
wait, so the fact that they are married, because, like, I think they said so.
Oh, wait a second.
They admitted it.
So she is of age, but that's still, like, not.
Oh, wait.
great.
So she's 15 right now.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's
I'm, like,
going on.
almost-
Steven Steele, you
Wait,
lost.
what's the age of consent in the JoJo's?
I mean,
world?
in the 1800s, who knows? I don't know.
They're pretty wild back then.
Wild West, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, these chapters, the big fight obviously was the Boom Boom family. What'd you think of them? It's funny that reading back on this, because the first time I read through Steel Ball Run, I was kind of rushing a little bit before I went to Japan, you know, so I didn't get stuff spoiled for me when I was over there. And like going over this, like, yeah, they're like inbred hillbilly hicks. Like, I get it, but like it really like dawned on me, like he's literally the trailer park dad, like yelling at his kids to shut up and like doesn't care when one like is dying and bleeding out on the floor.
I thought that was pretty funny when he shot through his son.
Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I didn't really like get a strong like, oh man, these are like cool villains. I was just like, man, they're people.
Yeah, they're. This is kind of, at least online, I think the people think this is kind of one of the, if not the weakest fight in the whole part. So take that as you will. I don't know. I guess we went straight into the Boom Boom family. What'd you think of Mrs. Robinson? I guess that was like a 1 chapter
Yeah,
fight.
he was there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty strange. Like, you got bugs growing inside you.
Pretty, dare I say it, bizarre.
Oh,
Oh man. Title drop.
I
watching
do.
cinema.
I do like the parallel that we drew with the person that Joseph fights in part 2.
Is it Donovan? Is that guy's name?
Yeah, I think
Something
so,
like that. Where like the cactus came into play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of fun seeing those parallels.
Yeah, Connor, you brought up a good point while we were reading it. Like, what was gonna be Mrs. Robinson's game plan once they got out of like the cacti? Like, was he just gonna say, "Go bugs, go bother him"?
Because he admitted himself his whole strategy has to revolve around those cacti.
Yeah, like
So
He really just had one shot to get it right, and he was banking on it, and then it just didn't work out for him.
he said such a in-depth backstory too for a chapter that or a guy that dies in one chapter.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's like, my village was cursed, and to survive, I had to develop bugs in my eye.
Yeah, he just Loki gets slammed out in like 5 pages after you meet him, basically, after he starts talking, which I think it's a decent setup to just how, especially maybe if Iraqi's kind of setting this up as like an alternate universe thing where like you can start from Steel Ball Run, which I wouldn't recommend because part skippers are bad. Don't do that. But just kind of an intro to how, dare I say it, as Tobias said, bizarre things will get and like what the villains will be like.
yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, back to the Boom Boom family fight. I don't think they said it again, or they might have. Their stand is kind of unique. So all 3 of them, yeah. What?
Did they say the name of their stand?
That's what I was gonna try.
Okay.
Even if they did, I'm gonna say it again. Their stand names is Tomb of the Boom. Because I don't.
Wow. That's really great.
Why?
Because
it's
his name is Boom.
It's the Boom Boom family.
If I recall correctly, it's like Tomb of the Boom 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
So then there's 3 of them.
That's
Rocky
great.
might have cooked.
He might have.
I think he really did cook because that's like what they would come up with. Like the Boom Boom family members would just say, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
It's they're interesting because it's almost like Iraqi just recycled the Bastet stand that Mariah had in part 3
Yeah.
along with Metallica that was used in part 5.
Yeah, I guess I was kind of, you were kind of bringing up as we were reading through it the Mariah Bast stand, but I was really thinking of Metallica. And I was especially thinking, I feel like some of the sibling relationships for like another part 5, Pesci and Panicotta. Is that right?
No,
The other guy.
Presciato.
Presciato.
Or I don't know how to say it right. It's named after a meat, I think.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah, I was getting that, especially Pesci vibes from the younger Boom Boom LA.
If we make any mistakes, I'll correct this in post. So.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Also, should we maybe mention that, like, for our viewers who have not read, or listeners, I should say, who have not read this part, the Boom Boom's family stand was the ability to control magnetic fields.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was kind of like, I really like part 5 onwards. Like they really start leaning into the gruesome side of
Yeah.
battles. Like it's just not like, oh, they're retired. Ha ha ha. Like Mariah got all her bones crushed in her body. She's retired. No, we see them ripping blood vessels out of each other.
Mhm.
And Gyro literally gets a steel rod embedded in his leg. I mean,
Yeah.
that happened in part 4, technically, with the piece of that that railing that went in Josuke's leg, but
It wasn't. They didn't emphasize
No.
gore as much, probably. Right. I don't. Because was that Superfly when that happened, or am I just?
that was just the final Kira fight.
Shoot. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more. It's brought to the fore here.
This was really a focus. These couple chapters were really a focus on Johnny and Gyro. What do you think of their personalities and relationship up to this point now?
I think there's still, although I feel like, especially from the kind of intro, the vibe you get from Johnny being this spoiled kind of brat, used to having everything given to him. He does seem, maybe I just also haven't read it in a while, so maybe that's why it's softened, but it feels like he's a bit nicer here, there's, part of that entitlement is still coming through, especially just kind of poking through Gyro's stuff, and he's there's things like that, but
I mean, he is at the mercy of Gyro. He kind of
That's
has
true.
to suck up to him a little bit.
yeah. So yeah, I guess necessities maybe overcoming that part of him for right now, and then but yeah, kind of witnessing their relationship go from, this complete strangers and things like that to, I mean, kind of getting to know at least Johnny knowing a little bit more about Gyro towards the end. It's very interesting.
Nobody else?
Yeah, I really think you're starting to see like a relationship bloom. Obviously, like at the start of the race, Gyro is not really cluing in Johnny and all the details. And I'm starting to suspect Gyro is just kind of flying by the seat of his pants, especially when navigating.
Oh yeah, that was awful. That's
Maybe.
Johnny was like, "Yo, are we going the right way?" And I was just like, "I don't know."
Yes, so flip the map the right side up, and he's like, "Oh, maybe."
Well, I think this is getting off topic, but that might be hinting at the Devil's Palm, because I believe Mountain Tim.
You're right. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Mountain Tim said like the compasses were going crazy when they entered that, and it was.
Oh, that's good eye, Tobias. That's a good.
Do you guys like the Devil's Palm? It's kind of like the Deus Ex Machina type arrow of Part 7.
I think
like it.
It definitely has a lot of potential. I'm excited to see like where that goes. I guess I assume it'll come back.
Oh, it'll come back. Oh, you were
Okay,
not.
it's come back.
Yeah.
You're not.
I like it. I like it a lot. In the panel, you can see the because it's where a shooting star landed, right?
That's the Legends.
Yeah, and then like in the panel, it looked like an arrow as it was falling down,
That was
which
pretty cool.
that was cool. The fact that it moves around almost like it finds you instead of you find it, I feel like that can tie into fate. So I think it's pretty cool, and just like how it shifts the landscape around you and like makes things go whack. Like it's a dangerous thing too, so it's like you gotta maybe like how the arrow would test its users. Like that's the test is like, can you escape the Devil's Palm to show that you're worthy?
Those are some good insights.
That's pretty good.
I like it. I think it's a good, I guess, kind of along with Part 7 being, kind of a rethinking of the JoJo's verse, so to think. But I think it's kind of a good mechanic for, people developing stands. That's not the arrow. I feel like the arrow was utilized really well in Parts 4 and 5. It, just like with how it's used. But I feel like this is, I don't want to say a natural progression, but I feel like it being tied to like a place instead of like a thing is really
It's nice
interesting.
not to have like a MacGuffin like the red stone of Asia. It's the
Right.
perfect stone and it's the only one and Pawns needs it. It's kind of
Yeah.
I don't need to collect these magical Okay, well, Part 7. Well, anyway.
Oh yeah, yep. That's. But yeah, I think being tied to like, especially like in the Wild West, for a lot of the legacy in that area is like just like a lot of the unknown. I feel like having a mechanism that ties into that is really interesting.
Let's just focus. Let's get all the stands that we saw out of the way. I know we kind of glazed over a little bit. What do you think about? Obviously Mountain Tim's got one now. Johnny's got one supposedly.
So yeah, the fingernails.
Yeah, well,
But that wasn't spin.
We don't know.
It's a tricky situation. Think of it as a little bit of both. Both on the side there.
So Gyro only has the spin, and Johnny
For what we know of now. I mean, there was a
Yes.
little who pointed it out like, Gyro saw the Tomb of the Boom stand for a little bit, but then he was like, huh, what?
Yeah.
Like he didn't know if he actually saw something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will save the name for Johnny's stand for next time. We left on I made them leave off on a horrible cliffhanger, by the way. We'll get into that later. But anyway, yeah, so Johnny's stand, all we've seen is it just spins his nails, but it's pretty good stand so far. Like he can drag himself forward.
Kind of destroyed two people, or like a person and a half, I guess.
With his fingernails.
I don't understand how the fingernails like cut off their leg. Like is his fingernails like a saw or like.
Literally,
Kinda seems
just
like
think of it
that,
as a
yeah.
table saw and just apply it that way.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Man, that's pretty cool. I think I really like his ability.
Fingernail.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to work with. Yeah, it'll come with time.
Okay.
I just think of how painful it would be for your
Yeah.
fingernails to be spinning. I'll put it up in the video. if I find the source, but I think it dulls his pain receptors. I think it said somewhere in like an art book or something. So
Mhm. Yeah, guys, let's all tear our fingernails right now and see what it feels like.
So when Johnny got his stand, was it because he was in the Devil's Palm and also in like that life or death fight, or are we gonna see characters just like randomly walking through the Devil's Palm and then be like, "Oh, what? Stand."
I want to say, well, I can't spoil much, but for now, just assume that this is the way that you acquire stand is surviving through a.
Okay, you
An
have to
event
beat
like
the
this.
Devil's
As far as
Palm
we
and then
know.
survive something like that.
And obviously, some people get it way harder than others, right? Like this Devil's Palm, like it barely seemed like they were. But besides the two with the Boom, or the Boom Boom family, they didn't really have to struggle compared to like Mountain Tim, who
Yeah. who
everybody in
wants
his army
Okay, yeah.
battalion died.
to die? Yeah.
What do you think about Lonesome Me, the rope stand? Good, bad?
I think it's specifically tied to his rope, right? Like
it's
only
specifically tied
operates-
to a rope.
I think it's a really cool idea for a stand. First time I saw it, I was like, okay, like he's trying to get the dad of the Boom Boom family through the bushes. I'm like, okay, he's only gonna like, I guess, tie him out with the lasso. And then I see his hand moving through the rope, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. It's also Mountain Tim though, so I mean, he just has that aura about him, like, you know.
I am kind of a little disappointed because I thought he was just insanely cracked with the lasso when he like opened that little vial from so many feet away. I thought he was just gonna be like him, but I guess it makes more sense if he's like, if the rope is him, he can. It's just like a long arm.
That first shot of him catching that horseshoe was just like fantastic.
Yeah.
They're really trying to get him to Aura Farm, especially since the last panel we see him on, he's getting blown to bits.
Yeah, no, it's I like what you're saying, JJ, about especially the this having it cool to have someone who just like cracked naturally without a stand. I feel like that's always a fun thing to see in JoJo's on the rare occasion that it does happen.
Yeah, just of how good he was with the lasso, I'm like, oh, we might have a Tonio situation where he's just so dedicated to rope work, he acquired a stand.
That would have been cool.
But no, instead he got like almost dead by the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see part 6 had started to get like really not convoluted, just overly complicated stands. You kind of just have to sit there and think about how they function, especially like think of like Dragon's Dream or like Bohemian Rhapsody, like those kind of stands. I think in part 7, I don't know if Araki is like intentionally doing this, but he starts going back to simple ideas like, oh, this is a stand where you spin your fingernails. Oh, this is a rope that you can travel on. Like he takes like even like you can kind of think of Jolene's stand, right? How many applications there was with that, and now it's kind of devolved, but not in a bad way, into like oh Lonesome Me.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good medium because it's not like you said, like it's devolving where it's like kind of just like one thing now instead of being like, oh yeah, this thing can do this one thing, but can through that it does like these million different things. But it's also like kind of novel and interesting enough where it's like, okay, like this guy can like spin his fingernails, which I guess isn't like too crazy, but like it's also something, you know, I haven't really seen before in JoJo's.
What did we leave off on?
Well, are we gonna address the
the
elephant in the room, which is JoJo's Apelli and his backstory?
That'd be great to
that's
talk
kind of a
about.
huge thing. All right.
We were for the audience listening. We were kind of not goofing off, but we voiced the characters when we're reading this in a group. And maybe we weren't taking the serious implications of Gyro's story to heart. But what do you guys think?
I think it's interesting. I mean, obviously, his story involves his family lineage coming from executioners, and you know, his backstory kind of looked at how he didn't really feel the same way as his father, but obviously the time period has like specific social and like cultural rules that he has to follow, but like he clearly doesn't want to do that. And then this random dude was like, hey, you want to make a change? And then he's like, sure, I'll go race horses.
I know, Tobias, you're like, wow, this is kind of insane that this little kid is like getting captured by the military and about to get executed for like basically nothing.
Yeah, I was thinking that. For the viewers who didn't see, there's a panel shot of this little kid with kind of like this, how I would describe like blank expression, because that's kind of like the face he made in all the other panels, and he's just like, there's like a soldier like carrying him by each limb, and he's just like staring at the like reader through the panel, and I'm like, oh, this is like, and he's like so small compared to soldiers. I'm like, this is so extreme. Like this is like kid. So
Yeah, Jack, what you're saying, like, this is a dynamic that you'll start to see. Like, Gyro has to grapple with, like, his identity. And this is a big part, obviously. The two main characters, this ain't a spoiler. They're going to be grappling with their identity. Obviously, right, Gavin? Like, Johnny was on top of the horse racing world.
Right.
Now he's brought to zero. You know what I mean? Now he's just trying to learn how to walk again. And Gyro's here because he's conflicted with his family's values of doing, like, maintaining family tradition above all other ideals.
Yeah, and kind of going off that, I'd like, this seems to be like maybe, I guess it's maybe too early to tell this for sure, but it's kind of a subversion. Well, not a subversion, but I think it's a good continuation of what the last parts have kind of done, because JoJo's is kind of, I mean, you know, all of the, you know, protagonists have like the same naming scheme because of their lineage. So that's like a huge part of the series, is like this kind of focus on like people's like generations throughout the years and like their ties to their family. And, you know, there have been these characters in the past that have, you know, for each part, I suppose, the characters have struggled with that, like especially kind of Josuke in part 4 being like this illegitimate child, and you know, Jolene kind of struggling with JoJo being her father, and she, you know, feeling like she hasn't really been cared for. But, you know, I feel like, I guess we haven't seen, I don't really know too much about Johnny's family at this point, but especially for Gyro, it seems like this is the, maybe like, you know, this is a good continuation of that, and like almost there's a word I'm looking for, but I'm not, acceleration maybe of that. Like it feels more extreme maybe than the other cases.
I will say, I feel like despite Johnny being the main character, I feel like we're getting more information about Gyro and his like motivations and his reasonings for being in the race. So I'm hoping I'm thinking that's intentional. He's not trying to like play all of his cards as we're reading. So I'm really excited to see more about Johnny.
Oh, you guys are gonna. Well, I personally love Johnny's my favorite character by far. If like
in part 7 or
in part 7, of course, and then of all the parts, part 2, Joseph's got a special place in my heart. But Johnny's he's better written, I will say.
Okay.
Like I actually felt something, like there was more than just like a traditional hero's journey with Johnny. Like I could connect to him in a certain way. I don't know. You guys will have to see with time.
Okay.
I just thought of something. So why was it such a big deal that Gyro was a foreigner? Because there are like tons of other foreigners in the race too.
Yeah, I thought about that too. They made such a big deal. I'm like, you literally like had a whole like panel talking about.
Dio is from England.
There's
Abdul.
Abdul.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Germans.
A guy from Mongolia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, they dropped Storheim, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
In the race list. So funny.
Maybe I feel like, and obviously Connor, you might know better than me, and I'm kind of speculating, but I feel like the two reasons why that might be the case is like like instead of like just, you know, putting down what country he was from, he like didn't say anything about it, so people are kind of naturally going to be like, okay, like what's this guy's deal? Like he's not a famous horse racer or anything, he's just kind of here. And then he's also like one of the best racers out there, so they're naturally going to be really curious. They're like, okay, like we don't know where this guy's from, and somehow he's the best racer here. Like we got to figure this out.
You guys a little disappointed. I know you guys were pretty hyped with Poco Loco last time.
Yeah, you got no screen time.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Sandman didn't really either, besides
Zero
munching
screen
on a
time.
big old Minecraft turkey leg at the start.
Yeah.
No, that was a water bottle. He's like, I think I'll have. And
Yeah.
he started chugging the water.
Yeah.
The little midgets, you guys were surprised
Oh,
that
yeah,
there's
they're
more than
funny.
one.
Yeah, it's like the nurses at the Pokemon stations.
Yeah,
the
Nurse
Pokemon
Joy.
games. Yeah, Nurse Joy. That's right.
I love these though. I don't know if they have names ever. I don't think they do. They're
Oh,
just
that's
like the helpers for
They're
the
perfect
race.
just the way they are,
They're
so it
minions.
doesn't matter.
Chud and Chud Jr.
Yeah, basically.
Do not slander my boy.
Actually, yeah, I take it back. The Boom Boom family are the Chuds.
Yeah.
for sure.
They are. If you're ever reading it and you're like trying to like find a voice for the two children of the Boom Boom family, I recommend the voice of that one guy from the Shrek movie who's like, "Do the roar."
Yeah, they're on.
And it just really makes it special.
Oh, especially when they're like, Daddy.
Daddy. I have chills as he just got like a gaping hole in his chest.
That was hilarious. That
Yeah.
I love Rocky. Just literally, he says he's like, I think I'm dying, Dad, and then he doesn't show up again,
Yeah.
ever again.
Well, I guess his other two family members died, so no one's probably there to. But yeah, do we want to go through and talk about their voice acting?
Yeah, I'm gonna
process?
say I cannot tell if like Zappelli is just like smart or like an average guy, or if he's just an idiot because of how we've been voicing him as we've been reading this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been outrageous. Like when I read this in silence, by myself in my head, you can like chalk these guys up to be like these characters, right? These meaningful characters,
So
and then I just hear Gavin go like, "Hey, it's me, Gyro Zeppeli."
I don't know. He's from Italy, so I was trying to embody. I think we're all trying out different voices for the characters, and it was just a fun old time.
Well, I think the point still gets like we're still seeing the story unfurl, and you guys can go back and read it on your own time again if you want.
Yeah.
I think I might have to do that because I can't really take a lot of these guys seriously.
Yeah.
To me, Johnny Joestar just seems like a dumbass right now, just because of the way we talk using
most of
his
the time.
We've been like going between like a Lightning McQueen voice, kind of smooth and chill,
Ka-chow!
and then like a Kronk voice. I don't know.
Joe Swanson type.
And then
voice.
Hey, Gyro.
so many bad Western voices too.
Yeah, for Mountain Tim and Gyro.
I like those. If I were to go back and reread them, I'd still talk about I'd still read in my mind using that voice.
Yeah.
I think I got one on lock for Dio.
Oh yeah, could you do it for
yeah.
us live right now?
I don't know. I just kind of think of like Prince Charming, like not here, kitten whiskers. Just really get that posh British accent.
Yeah,
How,
that's wonderful.
how dare I come in second? I am Dio Brando. Like
I think that's
You don't
perfect.
think he's like a trashy, like
no,
No.
not
"Oh,
at all.
Johnny, I'm gonna win the race."
No, he's
There's no
a
way.
horse racer.
Fish and chips,
He comes, I don't think so.
Tuesday.
They stupid Napoleon bastard.
Yeah. That'll be the assignment for next time. We gotta all lock in good voice acting for everyone.
Yeah, everybody watch a YouTube video on voice acting.
Yeah.
Do you guys got any? We'll end here pretty soon, but because we've been running a little late.
Sure.
What are your predictions for coming up? I left you guys on a cliffhanger. Mountain Tim just got blown to bits, and
Dude.
what's
that made
what's
me
his name
sad.
again? Not Mrs. Robinson. Why am I blank? Oh, Oya Kamova. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I don't know.
The guy at the end
Oh,
with the hair or skin peeling off.
yeah,
that was
yeah.
weird.
Oya Kamova was reading that Gyro Zappelli is getting a
Zombie
aid
horse.
from
Yeah.
Naples to find a zombie horse. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That's interesting. That sounds like cheating to me. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
My only hope is that Mountain Tim comes back, because if he doesn't, I'm gonna be really sad and I'll have no one to glaze. For the
Guys,
rest
better
of the
hold
part.
yourselves accountable. No looking forward until next time.
No.
it's all right. Scout's honor.
Scouts
I
on.
was not a scout.
I was a scout. So.
But
You were.
Yeah, for like 2 years.
More
That
on
was
that.
a pretty.
I
bad
completed
one.
Cub Scouts.
Do you? I mean, we didn't see much of Oya Kamova. What? It's obvious he has a stand. What do you think so far? It looks like a bunch of clocks on his skin.
yeah, he
Yeah.
seems creepy.
Maybe it's. I mean, I know I don't think he's the big bad for the part, but I know all of the all the main villains for JoJo's parts have had kind of time related stands. So I don't know if Araki was intentionally thinking about that when he made this one. Maybe it's just like clocks that blow up. But
It's giving me Kira vibes.
that's I was thinking that too.
I mean, yeah, he did. There was only 2 or 3 of those little pin or little clock stopwatches, and he blew up the whole room. It looks like.
Yeah.
And it was like when he spread his hands. So I wonder if and he said oh, wait for me to get some distance. So I'm wondering if there's a proximity thing that goes on.
Oh, you think it's like a Fugo situation where he's like, I can't get next to it. Or it's gonna
Oh,
blow
I
up.
don't know.
maybe.
Maybe it's like a time dilation thing.
Hmm.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yeah, but it's. I will say, especially with, what we've been talking about with kind of a lot of things in this part, kind of harkening back to, especially things in parts 1 and 2 especially. I wonder if this new character, I know we mentioned Kira, but if there's any other tie-ins that will be maybe made more clear as this goes on.
I'll just say you guys will see. I think I say too much at times, so I'm just gonna shut up now.
Okay.
Well, I think we're good for now.
Alright.
Good.
Any last moment thoughts?
Please bring Mountain back. Oh, I can't bear it.
And obviously, props to Rocky. Every panel was like a work of art.
I will
It's, like,
say,
amazing.
yeah. I will say, even like I don't read other mangas like too much, but like of the ones I've read, like there is genuinely like nothing like this. Like it truly is a bizarre adventure because this style is just like so distinct that I don't think anyone's, especially like his storytelling technique too. Like no one else is writing like this really.
I like
That's a lot
that
of
one
fun.
panel, and I'm pretty sure it was the Mrs. Robinson fight where Johnny was just making like the Jonathan face when Caesar dies.
Oh,
Joseph
Joseph's
face.
like
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That was pretty funny. 'cause-
Rocky kind of is funny because he slips in like weird little faces sometimes. Like I still really like in the first couple of chapters when Steven Steele's like that really broke the ice, and then everyone's like,
Yeah. Steven Steele he would be a great character, but he's
He's a
a
pedophile,
right?
I mean, not that Mountain Tim's necessarily beaten. the
We don't
allegations
know
either.
that yet.
He's like,
We
my
can-
lady, it's a shame that you're married.
He
Yeah,
could
that-
have known.
Well,
he-
he's a
that-
detective type character. He
He's a
doesn't
detective,
know.
bro.
I don't know. It's like
he
there's
knows what
these,
he's
these people are like
now to go back.
so close to being good characters, and then they have to go do something to make
Yeah.
you be like, I can't like you.
I would for you guys, I will suggest going through it again on yourself by yourselves and reading it because I'm gonna say you shouldn't be thinking that like Johnny and Gyro are like super amazing
Oh no,
pals.
they're
But the way we were reading it, we were like,
Yeah.
what was that voice you were doing? You're like, oh, Gyro, I can't believe this.
how much is that? That's a
I mean, it doesn't help that the in between chapter arts was kind of
yeah, a
it
little
makes them look
intimate.
like they're
It was
Oh,
necessary
yes.
for the plot.
Yeah.
necessary. Okay, I'm gonna cut us off before we run
Alright.
too late here.
Alright.
Thanks for showing up,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, Connor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure podcast.
I need to remember to put the Mariah Show radio thing at the start.
We have to all sing it at the end.
Alright.
No, I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mario Show Radio.
Yeah, we're done here.
Get in the car. We're leaving this town now. What the? This isn't the car. Impossible. No. Hermit Purple.
向かってくるのか